Hello and welcome to another episode of the Dexter Loves Annie podcast. Crafting, I'm going to say podcasting then, but you can't podcast about podcasting, can you? Crafting, knitting, crochet, designing at some point, hopefully. My name's Kat and I'm coming to you from Buckinghamshire in England. I am testing out a different way of doing sound, so I hope you can hear me okay. I did run a test and it seemed okay, but if you get any issues with the sound, please let me know. When I was editing my last podcast, I realised that wearing the microphone every time I took a sharp intake of breath, it felt like it sounded like I was sniffing, and I'm not. So I've put the microphone elsewhere so that hopefully it doesn't pick up that kind of noise again, because I hate that kind of noise on videos. I'm so sorry if you sat through that and thought, oh, she's sniffing. Yeah, sorry about that. I have got the sun streaming in on me, so I hope that's a good thing for projects. Shall we get started? Shall we? Because otherwise I'm just going to say I'm a lot and not do a lot. I have some finished objects. Well, I say finished, and then I've seen a couple of threads hanging down that I clearly have not woven in. So, finished-ish. We're going to start with this one. This is another Love Note top. I turned that round to get the front at the front, and all of a sudden the front's at the back. How funny. So, there's some lace, and then full sleeves. They are bracelet length. They're about there, and it's quite cropped. Now, this is yarn that I dyed myself a couple of years back now, and I didn't realise quite how apt it was for Christmas, because it is red and green. Really pretty, actually. The red is stunning. I have to get the dye out again at some point when I'm feeling better. But yeah, it's a lovely jumper, but it is now the death of mohair for me. This was enough. I hate mohair. I never used to like it. I used to be allergic to it. It used to make me sneeze and like rub at my face and whatnot. And then somehow it got better. But knitting this up, it made me cough, made me pull at my face. I hated it. I had to put it away because when I came out of hospital, I had no abdominals. I couldn't cough properly. I couldn't blow my nose properly. It was horrible. So I couldn't work on it because, I can see all the hairs in the light. You need to be this side where I can see it from. So, and then every time I wear this, all this mohair crap comes off. She says, proving her point. And I'm done. I'm done with mohair. So officially, no more mohair. No more mohair. So that's that. That was a Love Note sweater. I held it with a Drops Air, kind of a whitish colour. I do love how adding a lace weight in with a colour changes the tone of a yarn. That yarn is actually, this is what I have left of 200 grams of, this was 4-ply. I do love how it ended up nice and sort of frosty and airy. I like it, but I'll be sourcing other types of lace weight yarn to hold with if I feel the need. That can be made with just a standard double knit DK, so that's possibly what I will do. And then I'm aware that I've kind of got a shadow there. This is the wrong time of day to be doing this. Making me cough already. And then we have this Go Go Dynamo Westnitz MCAL. Finished. Didn't do the whole thing. This is how it looks. I think I must have done my I-cord too tightly because these the triangles of doom, which I hated so much, they kind of tuck inwards. Can't even bloody see them when you wear it. All this mohair hanging down. So yeah, not my best work, to be honest. There you go, that's it. And it's all its glory. But as soon as you try and wear it, the triangles disappear. So yeah, I do absolutely love this shawl though, to be fair. And I can see myself knitting another one right now. I probably won't because I'm always finding things that I want to make that are new. Bloody mohair everywhere. Death to mohair. And now it took me ages to get it to look nice. That looks terrible. I did my first bit of brioche. No trouble, straight off. I did these double mohair with the main colour, and I didn't use any of my contrast colour because I didn't want it diluted by the mohair, and that meant that I was able to finish it. I only bought 100 grams. And actually, let's move that out of the way. I'll show you how much I've got left. That's how much I had left. So it worked out fine, but it wouldn't have done if I'd have done those bits of brioche with the contrast colour. So where are we? There. Here is where I held the contrast with the mohair, and that worked out quite nicely. And then I did that bit again without mohair. I actually had loads of mohair left in the end. I could have done all of these with mohair, but I didn't. And we're not going back now. And then I did these little bobbles, I think they're calling them. That, I'm so sorry, hang on, let's put that light on there. How's that? I'm not sure if that's better or not. Some weird shadows. I'm not going to close the curtains because it'd be even worse. Yeah, so there we go. And then in the light, that's not bad. We can do like a dark one and a light one. It'll move on quick as you like, don't you worry. Yeah, the two finished objects. This is pretty much finished. I think I've shown you this already. I had some extra bits that I was going to do with it. So I had the button bands to put on, which I've now done. So I've got this and this. We're in with the button band. I did the bandings knitted. I picked up a knit for them because I didn't like the look of knitted rib. I do normally like it, but it didn't come out right this time round. So I abandoned it and just got the knitting needles out. I fixed the hood. So if you remember, it was up in a point. What I did was when I got down to this end, so I'm going to talk in British crochet terms. We say treble, you say double in America. So when I say treble, you're going to translate that as double. So I did my 3 trebles here, just did a slip stitch in there, and then I went straight to this one to do another 3 trebles there, and just went back up. and basically you do get it straight, you do the 3 trebles, then you do a slip stitch through the previous ones, then you do your trebles, and then you do slip stitch through, and that's how you join these hexagons. So it's a hexicardie. Anybody not familiar with them, you do a hexagon instead of a square in the granny stitch, and when you fold it right, it comes out like this, and then you add a bit onto the sleeves, a bit on at the back, and then I also did a bit for the hood. So what I did was I held it, marked where I would want the button band to start, and then started going back and forth for the hood until I had enough for a hood. Really simple. I love how adaptable crochet is for that sort of thing. So yeah, I just need to put some buttons on. The buttons came the other day. I just need to get around to popping those on. But as you will learn soon, I have a project that I've gone monogamous on, which I don't think would happen after doing the let's have this off, it's too hot. After doing the MCAL, because I pretty much had to work on the MCAL exclusively. But yeah, I've gone exclusive on this one, and I am very excited. The pattern for the hexicardie, I just googled, I just watched some videos on how different people were doing it, and then sort of decided on my own version. Also, the washing machine's going. If you can hear weird gurgling, that is not my belly. So I had started another love note, but I wanted it to be nice and snug because I am absolutely obsessed with my dungarees at the moment. For new viewers, I've had an operation. I've had a very radical hysterectomy in that I've had a vertical incision right up 2 inches past my belly button. It's quite a long scar, and I can't wear anything tight at the moment. I'm 8 weeks post-op now, so I'm loving my oversized dungarees, and so I decided I wanted a nice warm jumper to just sit snugly underneath, and I had declared already death to mohair, wasn't going to do any mohair again. Plus I had ordered 2 different yarns for the make along, knit along, and decided I didn't like the purple contrast, so I ordered a hand dyed yarn for the contrast, and I still had these 2 skeins of this purple, which is absolutely beautiful. It just didn't excite me. So I decided, as I was sitting here sort of, you know, celebrating finishing my shawl and the mohair love note, the mohair love note. I'm just sitting there staring at this yarn, and I thought, sod it, I'm going to hold it double, and I'm going to make another quick love note that can go under my dungarees. I do want to do a tapered sleeve. I want it to be nice and fitted. I went down a couple of sizes because love note typically is oversized, so I've gone down a couple of sizes, and there she is. Decided I didn't want to do the lace. The lace on the love note I find a bit challenging, and I don't like how open it is. It's I wore it on a dog walk the other day, and I looked down and I'm like, I can see everything. And I only do 1 round of the lace if I do the lace, so therefore I decided I would do some of this, and you're probably going to see through a lot of this, but not so much. So these are just eyelets. It's 3 rounds of eyelets, so and they're staggered. So knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, resolve it on the return row, and then go back, and then you do yarn over, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 2 together, resolve it, and then go back to knit 2 together, yarn over, you know what I mean. And that worked out quite nicely. So it's just a little bit of interest and some vents for when you get extra warm, and I got that far, and it is lovely. And I've had to order more yarn for it because I'm near the end of my first 2 skeins of purple. It feels lovely. That is Yarn Smith's Merino 4-ply held double. I remember the colourway. You know me, I'll put everything up here. Sorry, I knocked you there because I wanted to just put the ducks, my little ducks, on the end of these because, you know, I'm getting animated with my arms. And I don't want to pick up stitches because this is colour work. This is my next whip. So that one, the purple one, is going to go into a bit of a hibernation until this is done, because I got a bit excited. I saw this had just come out, and this is Pacific Knit. I can't believe it. I've got like 3 jumpers languishing, waiting for sleeves, and one of them, I haven't even got to the sleeve stage on one of them. And here we are making another one. But I got so excited with this. She's brought out her first jumper pattern. I think I've got the book coming for Christmas. The book has patterns for like basic mittens, hat, cowl, that kind of thing. Because the idea is, again, like the Choose Your Own Adventure jumpers that I'm doing, you pick all your own colour work and pop it in and make your own jumper, and it's so cool. I went through all of the test knits and the projects, and I got so excited. I swatched, but it's upstairs. Maybe I can pop a photo in. Editing magic. You know, there's a kind of a gingham pattern that just amazing, and it is in the folder with this one, so that I can also just feel the shame and not having finished this. It only needs sleeves, and know me, I will cheap out on short sleeves because I want it done. I want everything done. I'm all about the cast-ons clearly. So what I have done is I chose some West Yorkshire Spinners DK yarn, and I liked the colours, and I liked that they were a bit different. I've not gone sort of basic red, white and green holiday colours. I've kind of gone, it's more of a coral, and it would be much kinder to you if I put it the right way up, would it not? So this is the yoke so far. I haven't split for the sleeves. I've added some brown in where necessary, so that's brown, that's brown. That was green. I had to do 2 orders. The yarn, because I hadn't ordered enough. Story of my bloody life. But it's okay because I ordered a big enough amount that I didn't have to pay postage, so that's okay. And these are going to be candy canes. This is the start of candy canes. So green background, white and red candy canes. So a nice sort of subtle Christmas jumper. I'm still feeling the effects of that mohair. Honestly, I don't even like wearing it now. A jumper I might have to get gifted. Anyway, so this jumper, absolutely love it. I'm very excited. A few tips about the pattern if you decide to give it a go. So I got very excited about all of the different patterns that you can put in. So what is that? What even is that? That is a reindeer. It looks very different in reverse, and I'm seeing it in the camera. So yeah, this is a reindeer. There's all sorts. Let's shout some out. Hold on. I can't actually physically show you because that would be naughty because it's paid for. So there's some Christmas lights. There's the sort of standard Scandi. There's a snowman. There's a coffee cup. There is Rudolph. There's holly and berries. There's presents. The problem is when you're doing the yoke, you're kind of working increase rows in between the patterns, and the yoke is mainly do an 8-row pattern, do an 8-row colour work pattern, and then do an increase row. And it says 8 rows ish, but you've got to get, I think it's 4 or 5 increase rows in, and you can't go above a certain number because it will be massively long and the neckline will probably be up here. Yeah, so there's 5 increase rounds, which means you have to do 1, 2, 3 or 4 patterns that are no more than 8 rows long, or jiggle it so that one's less and one's more. Well, in the pattern charts, unless you absolutely love random patterns or stars, there's not a busting lot else that can go into the yoke. So I really struggled. There's not a massive choice in that. So random patterns, there's 4 or 5 there. That goes up to 9 rows, so you can't use that one. That one goes up to 11, so you can't use that one. Those 2 sort of basic random patterns. The Scandi one is 16, 15 rows. Stars, snowflakes, 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 more snowflakes, some more triangles, and then the rest of it is all too big. More snowflakes, more snowflakes, more snowflakes, poetry, Rudolph, some holly, but yeah, I didn't like that particular holly pattern. And then more snowflakes and more snowflakes, some presents. So what I was initially excited about wasn't available to me at the time that I wanted it. So I'm not 100% in love with my yoke because it's random snowflakes, and then I can get into the proper patterns. I then purchased another doodle pack. So this is how she works. You can get doodle packs, and this is the 3rd one for Christmas. So she says holiday, but it's actually they're all Christmas motifs. I think there's one. Is it whatever you call the lights for Hanukkah? There's one of those in there, but other than that, it's all Christmas. And I was very disappointed that actually isn't a chart, although I'm sure I could work that out. It doesn't look too hard. That is a project bag. How frustrating. That was really cute. Anyway, so I then purchased the add-on pack, and there's candy canes in there. I think she did sample the candy canes. Yes, there they are. I was, yay, great, let's get them in. Set up the first couple of rounds, and you have to have a different stitch for them. So I had to pull that back, and that's when I ended up with the car with the Christmas tree on it, which is also in the expansion pack. So if you do want to do this jumper, just know you're going to need to get some expansion packs, and you can buy the digital ones. They're only £4 US sterling, UK sterling. So the expansion pack is better. However, there still aren't any charts that are suitable, really. Aren't many charts that are suitable for the yoke. So there is a holly leaves with a single berry at 8 stitches, so that works. What else could be 8 stitches? No, that's 9. So at 9 stitches there's some sweeties, like boiled sweets. The car with the tree on it is 11, so you go 8, 8, 10, 14 or something like that. So I smuggled that in somehow. That's 9. So some lights, snowflake, 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 more snowflakes, and then that's it. So just be aware that your yoke, if you're not that enamored with snowflakes, isn't going to be that exciting. However, once you get past that yoke, you're golden. So I'm very excited with what's going to happen next, and I am starting the candy cane, then we split for the sleeves, and then I can get on with all the fun motifs. And I'm already thinking about my next jumper, because you know, you've got a whole page of clothing here. There's a jumper, and there's socks, and there's a scarf and a hat and mittens and mugs of hot cocoa. How could I not want to do that? And then you've got big chart for the lights, and if I can possibly get each of these little light bulbs a different colour, I will be so very happy. What else did I want to do? Oh yeah, there's a snowman in a snow globe. There's a robin, but I don't think that's the same as a British red robin. That looks more like a cardinal bird to me. I won't be doing that. I'll just have to see if I can do my own charts for that. There's a fireplace. I need to see that knitted up. It looks a bit like a bad Minecraft picture right now. There's a holly wreath. There's pine trees. There's a gingerbread man. So I could do a whole one with food on it. Christmas food. So yeah, all in all, very, very, very exciting. But this first one has been a learning curve, and I think I'm going to have to try and put together some charts of my own, because I reckon I could get something like these into an 8-row chart. These are the ones, the bulbs that I was talking about. Let's get it out of the glare. I reckon if you could get all of those in a different colour, that would be so very, very awesome. Or at least alternate. That's the snow globe. And then this is what the tree is supposed to be look like, but they haven't put the brown end of the trunk on that one. The jumper. My husband last night, you can knit a jumper on a jumper. Wow. They're supposed to be presents. I wasn't really feeling those. And then I guess that's a gingerbread house, that one. Anyway, so that is all very exciting for me, and I am really, really looking forward to being able to wear this. And so consequently, yeah, this is kind of an exclusive knit at the moment, a monogamous knit. So yeah, I don't hate it, I love it, but I wish that there was something more exciting to put there. There really wasn't. I would have had to pick any old random pattern. So I mean, it's cool, but the next one I'm going to think that through a bit better, and yeah, there will be another one. So the yarn I'm using for this is a West Yorkshire Spinners DK, and I didn't realise at the time of buying that it's actually a baby DK, and I've always steered clear of baby DK, thinking baby yarn, thinking it's for babies. I'm not one for labels. in any way, shape or form in my life. Why the heck I didn't think about it. It feels amazing. It's so nice and squishy. It's going to be so wearable. There's going to be no scratch whatsoever. I'm just pulling out one. So this is the yarn, Bo Peep, West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's 52% Falkland wool and 48% nylon. 50-gram balls. Done well so far. I've done almost to the sleeves, and I've only had to break into one fresh ball. The white, I had to break in a fresh ball of white. The rest of them are looking still fine. I think I can get to the sleeves and beyond with them. So it's actually going quite far. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot more in this wool. It's so nice. So I asked in a Discord group that I'm part of, what is the deal with baby wool? Because this is really nice. Why have I not used it before? And my friend Kelly said, sometimes it's because they've used baby animals. Sometimes it's just because it's like a more pastel colour shade chart, which applies here, I think. Crazy stuff. So don't be afraid to try baby wool, is my takeaway from that. So that's it. I'm going to get back to that knitting. I think there's nothing else to talk to you about that I can see. I can see little Annie's just over there. She's made herself a nest in the sofa. Yesterday she stuck to me like glue, and that was because I was not feeling very, very well at all. I'd been to my physio. I'd had my second physiotherapy appointment on Monday, and she'd done some work on breaking down the scar tissue. Last week I had been experiencing a lot of pain internally, just settling down pain. When you have an operation, you have to kind of appreciate that despite the fact that your internal stuff heals within a few weeks, it takes about 3 times as long for your internal stuff to heal. And when you've had a big operation like that, you're so immobile in the beginning, and then you come home and you can see your skin's all knitted back together. You're feeling amazing, because like for me, I was carrying around over 8 kilograms of tumour. Essentially, I looked full-term pregnant. I felt full-term pregnant. I used to joke to my husband, like every time I sat down I had a little pet sitting on my lap. It was so massive, and it was rock solid as well, the surgeon said. So you have to remember that your insides are not healed, despite the fact that your outsides are healed. And my scar's looking really well, really good. I've been massaging all the creams that I've been given into it. If anyone's interested, it's a silicone cream. If you look for it, it's more sort of marketed towards C-section scars, but it's the same thing. It's a whopping great big scar that, massage this stuff into it. And scar tissue is very hard, and I had an area about this wide up the front of my stomach that was rock solid. So I've had some acupuncture in it 2 weeks ago, and then this time again she did a bit of acupuncture, and she had this funny little machine. It kind of sucks the layers of skin up to try and break up all of the scar tissue. It's kind of like cupping, but she can control how much it pulls on you. So she broke up the scar tissue a bit, and then she did like a gentle, down the sides, the rest of my belly. It was kind of a bigger suction thing, and just try and break up what was causing me pain. And as a result, because obviously that's all coming up into the lymphatic system, as a result, that knocked me for 6 yesterday. So to get back to Annie, that's why she stuck to me like glue yesterday. She was Velcro dog. This chair isn't particularly wide, but there is enough room for her down the side of me to stuff herself in. And yeah, she didn't leave my side. And I slept pretty much all afternoon. I sat up and knit for a bit in the evening, but I was nodding. And then I went to bed at 9:30 and woke up at 8 o'clock again this morning. So whatever was happening, obviously my body took care of it while I was sleeping, which is, you know, we're like that. So I'm healing well, and thank you all again for your well wishes, because you've all been so wonderful. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be fine. I am going to come back twice as bouncy and crazy as ever. We've got a lot planned for next year. There's going to be a lot of Dexter Loves Annie on the road, probably, even though nothing uploads to YouTube via mobile signal. I'll have to go and find internet cafes for that. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of touring, a lot of van travels, a lot of activity. I want to try paddleboarding. I want to try rock climbing. I want to get back on the pole. For those of you who aren't long-term viewers, I do pole and aerial, silks, and I might not go back to hoop because that's the most painful of all. But I want to get back to that. I want to get back to being active and strong and having fun. So there you go. Right, I've waffled on a bit, and the mohair is starting to make me want to sneeze. That's probably my cue to bugger off. So thank you all for watching. Have a really good fortnight, everyone. And hopefully I'll be back with a completed Christmas jumper, which will be so exciting. And knowing me, I will have cast on the next one, because there's going to be another one. So thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.